Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home for burials and cremations is Curtis & Son Funeral Home. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Mrs. Betty Hayes died December 25th in Sylacauga. Curtis & Son Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Mr. Thomas Howard died December the 24th in Sylacauga. Curtis & Son Funeral Home announcing. Lucinda Jane Lawrence of Louisiana died December 24th. Funeral arrangements are pending. They'll be announced by Curtis & Son Funeral Home. Mr. Terry Baker Dean, age 79, died December 24th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Funeral service for Mr. Dean will be today at 11 a.m. from First Baptist Church of Oak Grove, with burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Many of you remember Mr. Dean from his days Andy's Snack Bar. He worked up there for a long, long time at the hospital. I remember from there. And he was former minister of music at Bon Air Baptist Church from 1989 through 2011. He loved to sing and play the trumpet, and very gifted man. Mr. Terry Baker Dean, age 79. He will be buried today. Service at 11 o'clock, First Baptist Church of Oak Grove, with burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Online condolences at CurtisandSonFH.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Glenn Stafford Sims, age 60, is 11 o'clock today at Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, with burial in the New Pine Cemetery in New Site, Alabama. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing that service. Online condolences at CurtisandSonFH.com. Mrs. Norma J. Matthews, age 83, of Alpine, died at her residence on Tuesday. Curtis & Son Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. And Mrs. Margaret Thacker, age 84, of Sylacauga, died last night at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Curtis & Son Funeral Home announcing. Funeral service for John Leck Horton, age 89, of Sylacauga, will be today at 2 o'clock from the Chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Dr. Larry Morrison and Reverend Ken Norris officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Mr. Horton died December 24th. He was a veteran of World War II in the Army Air Corps, and he was one of the few remaining World War II veterans still living in the Sylacauga area, and we salute Mr. Horton this morning for his service to our country. He was a veteran of World War II. Contributions may be sent to First Baptist Church in Sylacauga. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Miss Nora Lee Pemberton, age 82, of Alexander City, is today at 11 o'clock from Hillowby Baptist Church. The Reverend Josh Salmons officiating. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. Ms. Pemberton died Saturday, December 24th at Russell Medical Center. She was a member of the Hillowby Baptist Church. The family would accept flowers or memorial contribution may be made to the Hillowby Baptist Church, 1781 Hialeah Circle, Alexander City, Alabama, 35010. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at raddayfuneralhome.com. Radday Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Mr. Johnny Morris, Germany, age 69, is today at 2 o'clock from Zion Hill Baptist Church. Brother Mark Raspberry officiating. Burial in the Germany Family Mountain. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Mr. Germany died December 23rd in Opelika. In lieu of flowers, a family request donation be made to the Zion Hill Baptist Church in Davison, Alabama. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at raddayfuneralhome.com. Radday Funeral Home directing. Thurby Francis Lowry died December the 22nd. A visitation will be held Thursday at 9 a.m. from Talladega Funeral Home, with a graveside service at Midway Memory Gardens at 11. Talladega Funeral Home directing. James David Johnson II, age 26, died December 24th. Funeral arrangements are incomplete. They'll be announced by Radley Smith Funeral Home. Mr. Jesse L. Garrett, age 76, died December 27th in Talladega. Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, will announce the arrangements. Funeral service for Mrs. Wendy R. Fomby, age 50, is today at Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church in Childersburg at 1 o'clock. Burial in the Tallahatchie Baptist Church Cemetery of Childersburg. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, directing. And funeral service for Miss Robin F. Smith, age 55, is Thursday at Apostolic Tried and Rejected Stone Church of the Lord Jesus in Childersburg at 1 o'clock. Burial at the ATRS Church Cemetery in Childersburg. Visitation today, 2 until 8 at the funeral home. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Community Funeral Home in Sylacauga with the arrangements. That is a look at obituaries this morning, brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. That's your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home for burials and cremations. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.